Path of Titans is currently the biggest dinosaur survival game. Statistically, it is larger than the Isle. That isn't even debatable. And honestly, it's a much more complete and enjoyable experience overall. The developers are way more professional, the game is essentially complete unlike the Isle, and has a much less volatile community overall. In fact, I have probably played as much Path of Titans as I've played the Isle. And in terms of Everima, I've played way less. So why don't I talk about it? Path of Titans is a weird game, for a multitude of reasons. Its base game is essentially unplayable garbage with the most nonsensical, boring, and utterly tedious growth system of any video game I've ever played. It takes as long, if not longer, to grow a dinosaur in Path of Titans as it does to grow in the Isle, and the balance works very differently to the Isle as well. Size is not nearly as important, and the power discrepancy is greatly reduced. I main Cerato, and regularly 1v1 most of the game's apexes, except Eotrike. I hate Eotrike. But my point is, growing something in Path of Titans is kind of meaningless. You could just as easily spend a fraction of the time growing something that's just as good, if not better, than the largest animals in the game. And it shows. Playing official servers feels like stepping into the beta version of the game. People play almost exclusively as small to medium carnivores, and collecting acorns for 2 hours just isn't rewarding in the slightest when that's all you get. But now, let's step into the other sphere of this game. Community servers. Riddled with bots who'd rather use the game as a chat simulator than an actual survival game, mods with legitimately zero quality control or even an inkling of balance, and Care Bears who won't let you have a fair fight with anyone. Path of Titans has quite possibly the most obnoxious community servers of any dinosaur survival game, and that is saying a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually really enjoy these servers, but not for a good reason. I tend to once again whip out the trusty Ceratosaurus and terror radius the shit out of the poorly designed Apex mods, which there are a lot of. And because people refuse to play as anything other than these exact mods, I've got a lot of entertainment to choose from. Now, this may seem fine on the surface. Annoying players, vigilante justice, freedom, hurrah. But nothing is actually deserved. On community servers, you either get destroyed by something you have no hope of fighting or escaping, or kill something without breaking a sweat. I'm not good at Path of Titans. I just play as a broken dinosaur. And the people who want to fight get nothing but Care Bear situations, and people who will give up immediately and let you kill them, or scream to the moderators about some arbitrary rule break. And for the non-PvP players, the relaxing chat session is constantly interrupted by annoying little goobers biting at their shins. It's a lose-lose situation. Because the mods are so easy to get past the developers, you end up with an absolute mess of a balance system. It's no fun for anyone. When a majority of the players are legitimately AFK or typing away in global chat, Path of Titans feels a lot less like a game and more like a dinosaur-themed forum. And at this point, with these kinds of mods, you can't even call it that. But in all honesty, it would be unfair of me to be upset at the players. They bought the game, same as me, and can do with it what they want. I wouldn't want to take that away from them, but then you have Care Bears. Care Bears are everywhere, and ruin the PvP aspect of the game entirely. Everyone lives in Crater, so if you want to actually do something in this game, you have to go there, or to one of the other hotspots on the map. The issue is that the second you start a fight, everyone joins in. The funniest part is that these people are usually AFK as well, and seem personally offended by the fact that someone else is attempting to do something with the game's actual mechanics. And sometimes they straight up murder the wrong guy. I've experimented with Megalania, and have started fights, run off, hid in the tall grass, and watched as the Care Bears will go after the people I attacked, thinking they started something. It's as hilarious as it is pathetic. Before I come across as overly toxic, I want to clarify something. I have no control over what people will do with a game, and I'm not actually mad at anyone who Care Bears, AFKs, or sits on the top of a cliff spamming emotes. But it is the reason that I don't talk about Path of Titans. Frankly, there's nothing to talk about. In my mind, Path of Titans is a pretty damn good game that attracted the wrong audience. It has all of the things needed to scratch that dinosaur survival itch, but is stopped by the community of people who use the game for anything but that, and the horrifically slow and tedious base game. And to put it simply, it's just not for me. I'm glad people get so much enjoyment out of the game. Hell, I enjoy it more than the broken mess that the Isle currently has to offer. But I have no investment in something that simply doesn't interest me, and I have no reason to. I don't feel like speculating what playables will come next, how they will be balanced, or if they're good additions. I know that no matter what, it really won't matter at all. People will play it for 1 week and go right back to their OC Gigas, Rexes, and Acros, and that's totally fine. It's a miracle that a game like Path of Titans even exists. It's a very well made, polished, and complete video game, considering the genre it's a part of. The combat is a lot of fun, the customization is fleshed out, and the community is overall very peaceful and relaxed. It's a breath of fresh air, but unfortunately, not the kind of air I'm trying to breathe in. So please excuse me while I go back into the burning building that is the beloved Isle. Thank you for watching, and have a good day, bro.